Namaste to all students. Khushra Bhitia, Master JV and Dr. Khushbu Verma from Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today we are going to discuss about gene sequencing methods. This session is related to recombinant DNA technology course of program BTech FBT 47. First of all, we have to introduce about the gene sequencing methods means what are they are actually and why they are we have been introduced and why we need it. So DNA, as we already know that it is the hereditary material written in four-letter code of the nucleotides and sequencing or reading the genetic code has become of increasing interest of to the scientist. RNA sequencing is the earliest form of the nucleotide sequencing complete genome of bacteriophage MS2. Knowledge on genomic organization was based on reverse genetics. What is the need of the sequencing? So, to better understanding a particular DNA sequence can shield light on genetic condition and hope offer hope for the eventual development of the treatment. An alteration in a DNA sequence can lead to an altered or non-functional protein and hence to a harmful effect on a plant or animal. Simple point mutations can cause altered protein shape and functions. Here we can understand it by a flow chart table where everything has been clearly explained. Like here you can simply see this is the codon result in particular amino acid sequence, which is GCA, and it is also synthesizing alanine. Codon change makes no difference in the AA. If you are going to change here, this is AA. So it is called redundant code because again it is also coding alanine. And codon change results in different AA sequence means so again AA. So this is the basic difference in between the coding and their coding results. So now come to the DNA. As we know that a nucleic acid made up of four similar chemicals called based A, T, C, and G, adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine that are repeated over and over in pairs. Now come to the DNA sequencing. So DNA sequencing is the determination of the order of the nucleotide bases. What is the gene? Distinct portion of the DNA that codes for a type of protein or for an RNA chain. What is gene sequencing? Gene sequencing is a process in which the individual base nucleotide in an organism's DNA are identified. So these are four basic terminologies which we have to be known because before the understandings the types of DNA sequencing and all. So if we talk like gene sequencing, so gene sequencing is approximately like DNA sequencing, or you can call it nucleotide sequencing, or you can also call it base sequencing. However, not all DNA sequences are genes means coding regions because DNA have coding and non-coding regions both. So, as there may also be promoters, tandem repeats, introns, etc., they can have. So, depending on the organism and the source of the DNA sample, it is based basically. Now come to the terminology genome. So, complete copy of the chromosomal and extra chromosomal gene instructions. Genome sequencing. Breaking the whole genome into small pieces, sequencing the pieces, and then reassembling them in proper order to arrive at the sequence of whole genome. That is called genome sequencing. Next one is what is genomics. So sequencing of the genomes, determination of the complete set of the proteins encoded by an organism and functioning of the genes and metabolic pathways in an organism. This complete study is known as genomics. Now come to the different sequencing procedures. So first one is the wandering spot analysis. It was developed by Sangret and his colleagues in 1973. Basically, he used the DNA labeling with P32 at 5-N, and it was digested with snake venom and phosphodiesterase, which basically sequentially removes nucleotide from third dash end, all the fragments containing radioactive labels. Fragments are subjected to electrophoresis, and homochromatography has been performed in this complete process. And partial digest of the DNA fragments is applied to cellulose acetate strip at pH 3.5 buffer. Electric field is applied across the strip. Nucleotides G and T tend to have negative charge at this pH with T ratio is more than G guanine, and A and C tend to have positive charge with C cytosine concentration more than adenine, and fragments shorter by virtue of the loss of the thymine will move more slowly towards the anode pole since they lost some of the attracting cathode charge, and so on. Result in that loss of the thymine or guanine causes a mobility shift towards the left, while loss of adenine and cytosine cause a mobility shift to the right. The fragments are found by means of autoradiography detection of the location of radioactivity in the form of dark spot. A line is drawn connecting the longest spot to the next longest, and so on. These lines indicate the increasing number of the nucleotide removed from the original fragment. Now come to the second method, which is chemical cleavage method. It was developed by the Maxam and Gilbert in 1977. The single stranded DNA fragment to be sequenced is and labeled by treatment with alkaline phosphatase to remove the pH 5-phosphate. The labeled DNA fragment is then divided into four aliquots, each of which is treated with a reagent which modifies a specific base. In the first aliquot, you add adenine along with the thimethyl sulfate, which breaks the guanine. Aliquot number B, which is having the acid with pH 2, which breaks at adenine and guanine. In the aliquot number C, you will add hydrazine, which breaks at thymine plus cytosine residue. In the fourth aliquot, which is aliquot D, you will add the hydrazine in salt at cytosine. The four are incubated with piperidine, which cleaves the sugar phosphate backbone of the DNA next to the residue that has been modified. Means which nucleotide has been modified, its sugar body backbone has to be cleaved by the piperidine because we have added it, and load the reaction on polyacrylamide gels exposed to the X-ray film for the autoradiography results. It yields a series of dark bands, each corresponding to a radio labeled DNA fragment from which the sequence may be inferred. The dark autoradiographic bands on the film will represent the 5' to 3' DNA sequence when read from bottom to the top. Base calling, which is basically interrupting the bending pattern relative to the four chemical reactions. For example, a bend in the lanes corresponding to the cytosine only and the cytosine plus thymine reactions would be called a cytosine. The band was present in the cytosine plus thymine reaction lane, but not in the cytosine only reaction lane. It would be called T. The same decision process would obtain for the guanine only and the guanine plus adenine reaction lanes. Next method, third method is the chain termination method. It was developed by the Sanger and his colleagues in 1977. He basically uses dideoxynucleotides which resembles normal nucleotides but lack the normal hydroxyl groups. Here you can understand it more by this diagram and the chemical structure and chemical differences. What are the basically modification? Here you can simply see this is deoxynucleotide triphosphate, which is having OH group at the third dash end. But in this reaction, this third number OH is missing. So now it is called as dideoxynucleotide triphosphate. Dideoxy means already one hydroxyl group has been missing in the DNA DNTPs at the second number of the carbon, but now two hydroxyl groups has been removed. So that's why we are calling it dideoxy. What are the major steps in this process? So first one is the template DNA, which is single stranded. We need primer annealing, complementary strand synthesis, labeling for the detection of fragments, further chain termination using DDNTPs, and resolution on denaturing phase, and finally visualization of the bands by the autoradiography. Next one is what is template DNA and single stranded DNA. The template for the chain termination experiment is a single stranded version of the DNA molecule to be sequenced. There are several ways in which it can be obtained. The DNA can be cloned in a plasmid vector. The DNA can be cloned in a bacteriophage and 13 vector. It can be cloned in a plasmid, and it can be used to generate single stranded PCR also can be used to generate single stranded DNA. The first step in copying process is the pairing of a primer with the homologous sequence on the segment of the DNA. The DNA polymerase attaches to the primer and begins copying the DNA strand. The DNA polymerase uses a mixture of nucleoside triphosphate to synthesize a new DNA strand. Dideoxynucleotides are mixed at low concentration with normal nucleoside triphosphate. Occasionally, one is incorporated in place of normal nucleotide triphosphate. When it happens, the new DNA copy is terminated because now this dideoxynucleotide able is not capable for the further extension process. So that's why termination occurs. Here we can understand it more by this diagrammatic slide. Because they lack the hydroxyl group, which allows nucleotides to join growing DNA strand. Replication, that's why replication stops. Here you can simply see now, for example, this is the guanine, which is dideoxynucleotide. It is not having hydroxyl group on the third dash end, or you can see that at the third carbon number. So that's why this hydroxyl group is absent. So now there is no chance to add up a new nucleotide because this dideoxynucleotide is not giving hydroxyl group for attaching next nucleotide. So that's why it creates the termination. And polymerization reaction containing deoxy and dideoxy forms of the NTP generates the fragments with different size ending with dideoxynucleotides. Means it can create like this, or it is random actually. Whenever it needed, so it will bind to their complementary sequences and will terminate the DNA, new DNA copy. So fragments generated due to guaninosine triphosphate termination reaction contains G at the third dash end, and fragments generated due to dideoxycytosine triphosphate termination reaction contains C at the third dash end. Here you can see the difference, like after adding the dideoxynucleotides there are different kind length of the DNA will be occurred. Here this is, here termination can be occur, here also termination can be occur here. So all three types of bands you will get. In the case of if you are using the dideoxycytosine triphosphate, so it will stop here. and you will get different size length of the DNA. And fragments which contain which generated due to the dideoxyadenosine triphosphate termination reaction, they contain adenosine at the third end, and which has been stopped by the dideoxy thymine triphosphate, they will have the third dash end at the end. Here you can simply see this is the AA because here we are using dideoxyadenosine triphosphate. And in this case, at the third dash end, you will get the thymine. Means because we are using the dideoxythymidine triphosphate, which is creating the termination of the new DNA strand synthesis. Further, when the resultant fragments are electrophoresed on the gel, they will be separated by the size, and we will get the different size of the bands and different band pattern. And what is reverse complement? So the sequence that is read from the sequencing gel is the reverse complement of the template strand, because the complementary base pairing and the anti-parallel nature of the double helix. Thus the first base added to the newly synthesized strand corresponding to the shortest fragment on sequencing gel is complementary to the extreme third dash end position of the template strand immediately adjacent to the site that the primer hydrolyzed to. So this is the sum up of this session, and this session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. For the further DNA sequencing methods, we will discuss in our next session. So now this is the sum up of this session. If you have any query, then mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.